ਮਾਨ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੇ ਸਿਹਤ ਖੇਤਰ 'ਚ 5 ਵੱਡੇ ਕਦਮ। ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਕਲੀਨਿਕ ਦੀਆਂ ਸਿਹਤ ਸੇਵਾਵਾਂ ਹੁਣ ਘਰ ਬੈਠੇ WhatsApp ਤੇ ਮਿਲਣਗੀਆਂ। ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਕਲੀਨਿਕਾਂ 'ਚ 107 ਕਿਸਮਾਂ ਦੀਆਂ ਮੁਫਤ ਦਵਾਈਆਂ। ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਕਲੀਨਿਕਾਂ 'ਚ 47 ਕਿਸਮਾਂ ਦੇ ਮੁਫਤ ਟੈਸਟ। ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਕਲੀਨਿਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਐਂਟੀ ਰੈਬਿਸ ਦਾ ਮੁਫਤ ਟੀਕਾ। ਆਮ ਆਦਮੀ ਕਲੀਨਿਕਾਂ 'ਚ ਗਰਭਵਤੀ ਔਰਤਾਂ ਦਾ ਮੁਫਤ ਇਲਾਜ। ਇਹ ਹੈ ਨਵਾਂ ਪੰਜਾਬ, ਜਿੱਥੇ ਇਲਾਜ ਵੀ ਮੁਫਤ ਤੇ ਇੱਜ਼ਤ ਵੀ ਪੂਰੀ, ਕਿਉਂਕਿ ਲੋਕਾਂ ਦੀ ਸਿਹਤ ਹੈ ਸਰਕਾਰ ਦੀ ਜ਼ਿੰਮੇਵਾਰੀ।
Hey viewers, you're watching the Savera and I'm Vidhi Joshi. Passengers on a Virgin Australia flight from Bali to Brisbane experienced an ordeal last week when the aircraft's toilets malfunctioned mid-flight, forcing many to urinate in bottles during the journey. The 6-hour flight, operated on a Boeing 737 MAX 8, departed from Denpasar on Thursday afternoon, but trouble had already begun even before takeoff. One of the rear lavatories was out of service due to maintenance issues, yet the flight still proceeded as scheduled due to a lack of engineering support in Bali. As the journey progressed, the remaining toilets also failed, leaving passengers without access to functioning lavatories for the final 3 hours of the flight. This led to a distressing and humiliating situation for passengers who had no alternatives but to improvise. Some used bottles to relieve themselves, while others endured extreme discomfort, holding on despite the growing urgency. The cabin became filled with the overpowering smell of urine as waste seeped onto the cabin floor, adding to the already unbearable conditions on board. Passengers described the experience as humiliating, degrading, and deeply uncomfortable. One particularly distressing account came from a passenger who witnessed an elderly woman unable to hold on and wet herself in public. This moment captured the profound indignity faced by those on board. The cabin crew reportedly informed passengers that they would need to relieve themselves in bottles or on top of whatever was already in the toilet, underscoring the seriousness of the lavatory failure. Several passengers expressed their frustration and embarrassment, especially for vulnerable individuals such as the elderly who faced the situation with little dignity. This incident has raised serious concerns about hygiene and public health, with the Australian Transport Workers Union condemning the event as a grave danger to crew and passengers alike. The malfunction not only caused discomfort but also posed risk of contamination and health hazards due to the unsanitary conditions created by the malfunctioning toilets. In response to the incident, Virgin Australia issued a sincere apology to the affected passengers. The airline acknowledged the lavatory issues during the flight and thanked the crew member for managing the difficult situation under challenging circumstances. A statement from Virgin Australia read, "A Virgin Australia flight from Denpasar to Brisbane on Thursday evening experienced an issue during the flight which affected the serviceability of the lavatories. We sincerely apologize to our guests and thank our crew for managing a challenging situation on board." The airline also announced that impacted passengers would receive flight credits as compensation and that they would be contacted individually with further updates. This incident has sparked calls for greater accountability and improved maintenance protocols in order to ensure such distressing situations do not recur. The fact that one lavatory was out of order before departure and yet the flight was allowed to proceed has particularly drawn criticism. Passengers and industry observers alike urge airlines to prioritize passenger comfort and safety, especially on long-haul flights where access to working restroom is essential. Virgin Australia's commitment to addressing the issue and compensating passengers is a step forward, but the event serves as a stark reminder of the significance of thorough aircraft maintenance and contingency planning to prevent such humiliating and dangerous situations in the near future. That's all for now. Stay tuned to the Savera for more updates. Do like, comment and subscribe to the channel.